Bell, if you enjoy these stories, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the bell icon. Your support keeps this channel going. Bell. I was combing my hair at the vanity when the soft ding of a notification broke the silence. The clock had just slipped past midnight. Marcus, my husband, had been asleep for over an hour, his breathing deep and rhythmic beside me. I didn't need to check to know who had messaged. Can't sleep. You're all I can think about. Jake. My pulse reacted the way it always did when his name lit up my screen, that electric thud of danger I never fully learned to resist. I knew better. I knew I was tempting a disaster that could wipe out everything I'd built. But I typed back anyway, same. It all began 7 months earlier. Jake had been an old college friend. We hadn't crossed paths in years, until fate reintroduced us at a professional mixer. We exchanged pleasantries like strangers, but beneath the surface, we both wore the same mask, happily married. Both lying. It started innocently enough. Coffee meetups, shared memories, harmless nostalgia. But at some point, between the lingering glances and midnight texts, the tone shifted. Our meetings grew more frequent, more intimate. He made me feel something I hadn't felt in a long time, seen. Not as a mom. Not as Marcus's wife. Not as the woman who packed school lunches and folded laundry while her husband came home late without explanation. But as me. A woman still alive under all that weight. We promised secrecy. No social media, no overlapping circles. It would stay quiet. Or so I believed. Then came that one photo. It was a Saturday. Marcus had asked me to join him at a barbecue his colleague was hosting. I hadn't planned to go, I had already arranged to see Jake that evening, but guilt crept in stronger than usual, and I cancelled my plans. The moment we arrived, I froze. There he was. Jake. Grilling burgers, a beer in hand, laughing like he belonged. My breath caught. I wanted to bolt, but Marcus had already started making introductions. Babe, this is Jake. Just joined our sales team a couple months ago. A couple of months. Jake didn't so much as blink. He shook my hand like I was no one, like we hadn't spent countless hours tangled together, sharing things we never told anyone else. I matched his energy, polite, distant, because what choice did I have? We kept our distance the entire afternoon. Brief nods. A couple quick glances. But that wasn't the worst of it. The next day was. I was chopping vegetables in the kitchen when Marcus called out from the living room. Hey! The group photo from yesterday is up. My stomach flipped. What group photo? I asked, trying to sound casual. You didn't see? It's on Facebook. Everyone's tagged. I walked over slowly, heart pounding. There it was, a candid shot of the whole group, drinks raised, smiles wide. Jake stood just 2 people away from me. Marcus had tagged everyone. Including Jake. Including me. Including us. Within an hour, comments started rolling in. Isn't that Jake from college? Didn't you two used to date? Small world. I felt the panic crash into me like a wave. I called Jake instantly. What is happening? I hissed into the phone. He sighed. I didn't know Marcus worked there until my first day. I figured it was some cosmic joke. Thought I could just ride it out. I didn't expect you'd be at the barbecue. You could have warned me. I meant to. I thought if we just acted normal, it would be okay. Okay. That word looped in my brain. Nothing about this was okay. That night, Marcus was strangely affectionate. He wrapped his arms around me in bed and whispered, "You seemed off today. Everything all right?" I nodded, forcing a smile. Just tired. But sleep never came. I tossed for hours, wondering if anyone had pieced things together. If Jake's wife saw the post and recognized me from those old college albums. Maybe we were in the clear. Maybe it would blow over. Then Marcus posted a second album, New Friends and Good Times. More photos. One of them caught me mid-laugh, while Jake was staring at me. Not like a coworker. Not like a stranger. Like someone who knew too much. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't pride or enthusiasm on Marcus's part. He wasn't tagging everyone just for fun. He was laying a trap. I started reviewing the past few months. The sudden pressure to join him at company functions. The random questions. The times he asked to borrow my phone, something he never used to care about. He knew. And he wanted me to know he knew. I tried to act like nothing had changed, but paranoia crept in. Every time Marcus glanced at his phone, I imagined him scrolling through old texts. Every look he gave me felt like an accusation. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. 2 nights later, I sat on the edge of our bed and asked quietly, "Is something wrong?" Marcus looked up from his laptop and smiled, a smile that sent ice through my veins. "Nope," he said too calmly. "Everything's perfect." A pause. "Why? You look a little jumpy." I swallowed. "Just checking in." He turned back to his screen without missing a beat. "No need to worry. You've always been good at keeping things private." My stomach dropped. There it was. He wasn't pretending anymore. I stood, heart thudding. "What do you mean by that?" He looked at me directly, calmly. "You think I didn't see the way you two looked at each other in those photos?" He tilted his head. "I was just waiting to see how long you'd lie." There was no yelling, no drama, just cold precision. "I hired someone," he said. "Private investigator. After I saw old numbers popping up on the phone bill, I got curious. Now I have it all. Pictures, video, hotel records. Want to see?" I shook my head, numb. He leaned back, completely composed. "Here's what's going to happen. You tell the kids you're visiting your sister. Then you leave. I'll file quietly. No fuss. But you get nothing, unless you want this to get ugly." I whispered, "You're blackmailing me." "I'm protecting myself," he replied. "And trust me, once your little boyfriend's wife sees what I've got, he'll be protecting himself, too." That night, I packed a bag. Told the kids I was going to help Aunt Sarah for a bit. I didn't say goodbye. Jake called. I didn't pick up. Word got to me later. Marcus sent everything to Jake's wife anyway. She left him. Took the kids. He lost his job. Do I feel bad? No. Mostly I just feel foolish. Foolish for betting everything on someone who didn't even warn me about the trap we were walking straight into. Foolish for thinking no one would ever catch on. But secrets have a way of crawling into daylight. And sometimes, all it takes is a single tagged photo to burn your whole world down.